Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week we like to do Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your humble host, Eric. How are you tonight? Good! Let's get to the news so we can get on to those funny memes. It has been an insane week. The Senate passed the Democrats' sweeping healthcare and climate bill, $430 billion, cut some drug prices. Biden, and I cannot believe this, but all of the stations are saying that Biden has had the best week of ever. He got a jobs report that blew away all expectations. Unemployment fell to 3.5%. Zawahiri was killed. The CHIPS Act passed. The PACT Act passes. The Inflation Reduction Act deal was finally met with President's Mansion and President's Cinema. Gas hit a 50-day low, and the median price was below $4 a gallon. Kansas voters protected abortion. And Biden did all this stuff while getting COVID for the second time. That boy was on quarantine for 18 days. Meanwhile,
motherfucker got COVID while he had COVID.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'll never understand it.
I heard, well, it was really funny. Stephen Colbert said he understood it because the drug that they're taking is associated with that. Paxlovid or something like that. Apparently, that happens. And it happened to Colbert, too. But you hear these things about how it's like monumentally, improbable. But alas, we live in improbable times. Also, from that corporate deal, a lot of people asking, what did President Cinema ask for? And it turns out that she contacted the corporate interest groups in a private phone call about the Inflation Reduction Act and said, hey, is this written in a way that's bad about the 15% minimum tax on billion-dollar corporations? And also the carried interest loophole. Because she was just like, you know who I haven't fundraised from? Those overlooked hedge fund managers, all 85 of them. That will benefit from this tax. You disgusting wench. Everybody celebrated it, and I know Nan was telling me that her Sierra Club and Green Buddies were all celebrating it, but David Sirota asked the question that keeps on nagging me. I still haven't heard any answer about why Exxon, BP, and Shell Oil are celebrating the climate bill. I haven't seen many even express concern about this. I'd say that's weird, but I know we live inside a propaganda system, so I guess I'm not surprised. Big news today, of course, was the FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago, or as Randy Rainbow says, it's not a raid, it's just a normal FBI-executed tourist visit.
Yeah.
Illinois history here from friend of the show, Doug Henwood. Remember, it was on this day back in 2004 that the Dave Mathews band bus dumped 800 pounds of human waste from the bus's septic tank onto a passenger sightseeing boat on the Chicago River below. We salute you, DMB. Never
Dude,
forget.
I remember this happening. I forgot it was onto a sightseeing boat. God, and the only thing worse than that is his music.
I was a big fan, and I got concert tickets, and I showed up, and the guy was drunk and, checked out. I had never seen a show at the Assembly Hall where the star was checked out, and I was like, wow. Just crazy, because I used to work with a woman at the Onion, and, he went to her high school, and they played the prom. She said it was pretty great, actually. Anyway, again, on the PACT Act, which was the ban.
Hey, wait, I can't let you have the last word on that.
All right.
When they said 800 pounds of human waste, I first just thought they meant he played his music. This guy fucking sucks. Fuck him and fuck his town. Fuck it all. He's the worst.
I agree
fuck
with
you,
Mike.
Come
I
back
agree
to
with
Chicago,
you, Michael.
you piece of shit. Thank
I
you.
agree with you, Michael.
Fucking barefoot, playing your guitar. Shut up.
Well,
Dave Mathews, you're not punk.
30
All right,
years
I'm
ago,
over it.
30 years ago was a different time. Moving on. This is great. We just see Jon Stewart smiling because he fought so hard to get the PACT Act overturned. The Republicans voted against it, ended up with massive egg on their face. And this is a picture of McConnell passing by Jon Stewart and just Stewart's delightfully satisfied grin. Just the dimples in his cheeks. Look at that boy. He's glowing. He's glowing. And you can see McConnell just stick up his ass. Don't make eye contact. Don't pay any attention.
Right.
Don't look. We got justice for the killers of Ahmaud Arbery, sentenced to life, and 35 years. So that actually happened. In huge news, We have photographs of shredded records that Trump was clogging up toilets with. Apparently, he periodically flushed papers down the toilet in the White House residence, only to be discovered later when repairmen were summoned to fix clogged toilets. And you can pretty clearly see writing in Sharpie, and Rogers and Stefanik, two very influential GOP operatives, on the piece of paper, and what stupid times we live in.
But is that really Trump's toilet? I mean, it's not gold.
Excellent point. Let me get a fact checker on that, and we'll get back to you before the end of the show. Late Show with Stephen Colbert reported it best. Revenge is a dish served on a check for $45 million. The first of the penalties for Alex Jones, $49 million. And pictured here, conspiracy theorist and softball dipped in pubes, Alex Jones, which was fantastic. After the raid on Mar-a-Lago, the best one was from Mike Scollins, who posted Barron, not even looking up from his Xbox, safe's in the back. And finally, Father Nathan Monk, friend of the show, says there will be many ketchup stains upon the walls this evening. And that has been the news for August 9th, 2022 from Facebook for the Blind. Handing it off to my lovely co-host, Michael Labune, with Act 1 of Funny Memes. Michael.
Act 1, clean memes. Here we go.
Wholesome.
Starting off with Glow Fuck Yourself. They share, friend of the show, Glow Fuck Yourself. They're sharing news coming out of Claire's. You all know the Claire's.
Oh, yeah.
This one's coming out of Mall of America, Bloomington, Minnesota, and it says frontal lobe lobotomizing is here. Our newest piercing option has just arrived. Book your appointment now. Also, nose piercing and appointments available in select stores. So,
wow.
Anybody wanting to get your frontal lobe pierced? This is a picture.
I tell you what, you know what?
Okay.
Before the COVID, I wouldn't have contemplated it. But yeah, me and Andrew. Yeah, I mean, how much?
Yeah, I've paid more for less. So this is strange. This is it's a picture of somebody's yard and a yard sign. Also, for some reason, there's two peacocks behind it, like actual peacocks walking around. But the yard sign looks political. Red on top and blue on bottom, and it says, presidents are temporary, Black Sabbath is forever. So there's your, that's the political party that I'm in.
I got
Keith
you.
Gallagher says, my brain when everything is fine, and there's a picture, and it says, this assignment has no problems, and there's two options, create problem or find problems. So my brain, when there are no problems, create problem or find problem. He said 14.8 thousand retweets when it came, like when I found it. So who knows how many it is at now. Trash Can Paul makes a good point here. Now listen, Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul, we love you, Trash Can. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the content. Here's the deal. This is a picture of, this movie is from Dusk Till Dawn, I think.
Yep.
And it's
one of
a
my
picture
favorite
of
bad
Quentin
movies.
Tarantino, who is, well, he currently has Salma Hayek's foot in his mouth. I don't think there's another way to say that.
Nope. Toe.
So
He's sucking her
Trash Can
toe.
says, adds a toe sucking in the movie, hires Salma Hayek for that scene, adds himself as the one sucking her toe. Quentin Tarantino, ladies and gentlemen. That is a thing he did in real life.
I can't blame him. Had a thing for Selma back in the day.
Which, by the way, okay. By the way, I heard this today, and I think I would like to offer it to our friend Trash Can Paul. So Trash Can, take notes whenever you listen to this. Here's the thing. Instead of just saying ladies and gentlemen, which can be very exclusive and ostracizing to our LGBTQ siblings, you can say ladies, gentlemen, both, and neither, which I rather enjoy. Learn that one today. You can have it.
Nice.
Petty Mayonnaise says, look at this waist, it's snatched. And it's a picture of Nickelback. And it's just a picture of the Nickelback guys, but their waists have been made really small and they've been put in high-waisted jeans and they've been made thick. Pickleback.
Wow.
Okay. This is. I want to talk about this. All right, Axios. Axios reported that Trump wanted his generals to be, quote, totally loyal like Hitler's in World War II.
Yeah.
The quote continues, you fucking generals, why can't you be like the German generals?
Dude, did you hear what General Kelly replied to this?
Yes, I did. And I also want to let you know what friend of the show Trevor Noah added. So General Kelly responded with, Hitler's generals tried to kill him like 3 times, and they almost did it too. They almost pulled it off. Well, Trevor Noah added, he goes, I like the idea that immediately Trump just immediately turned on the generals. He is like, you know what? They couldn't even do that. Even 3 tries, and they couldn't even kill Hitler. Losers. Okay, they're losers. You know who killed Hitler first try? Hitler.
Leadership, people. Leadership,
people. That's called leadership. Yeah, seriously. He would find a way to make it a good thing about fucking Hitler. Anyway, thanks, Trevor. Fucking great.
Oof.
Great take.
Yep.
Morphine. Friend of the show, Morphine, says, my letter of resignation, and there's a note handwritten. It says, sorry for your loss. It's me. I'm the loss. Last day will be July 9th. Signed, Liza.
Nice.
I think I have 3 more for this round.
Okie doke.
Oh, the ugly side of Tumblr. Okay, here we have 2 pictures. The left, it's a little bit further away, and the right is much closer. Well, you see, it looks like a balloon animal at first glance of some sort. And then when you see the closer up, you can see there's a face drawn on this balloon animal. And it says, I filled a condom with water and gave it feelings. The next comment says, next Pixar movie. And then finally somebody finds the punchline, wrapped up, coming, haha, in 2022.
God.
All right, 90s kids, 90s. So here there's 6 pictures. They're from the movie Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. These 6 stills is Leo just bawling his eyes out. It's right when Romeo finds out that Juliet is dead, or at least so he thinks.
Right.
And this despair, all of this despair that he's showing on the screen, the caption says, when you tell a toddler they can't drink the cleaning solution under the sink. And my 3-year-old son really, truly grieves when I tell him no. And sometimes it's like, son, you can't play in the road. I'm so sorry. And anyway, it's perfect. Yeah, exactly how my toddler acts. Rad Dad has this one. It's a classic meme format. It's a guy who has to pick between 2 options, so in the first panel, you see what the 2 options are. The second panel, he's dabbing sweat off his brow, and it says, "Dudes after they turn 30 picking their personality traits. He's so anxious because he has to choose between smoking meats and craft beers." And let's see, that might have been my last one. Yeah, that was my last one for this round. Handing it over to you, Eric, for round 1.
Right on. For the
All right.
FB for TB wholesome round, a
Wholesome
trademark
round.
registered product of FB for TB, a weekly meme cast. Brought to you by FB for TB. Hey, missed out on this one. Wanted to mention that in Florida, the Ron DeSantis re-education camps for primary and secondary school teachers got underway, as instructors are told what lies must be dished out to Florida students and what truths are absolutely forbidden. And this was covered. The new Florida civics training example cited is that students would be told that Washington and Jefferson opposed slavery, while omitting the fact that they owned them. Because, The stuff these Nazis are for. I mean, literal Nazis. Just, wow. Yeah, and here's another one. If you didn't happen to catch this one, I've been following Lindsey Fagan for Texas. If you're not following Lindsey Fagan for Texas, you are missing out. She's appealing by posting this link. Says, I am once again asking the people of Sweden, Ireland, and South Korea, please rescue us. Because somebody attended CPAC and has posted along this post a picture of a man in an orange jumpsuit and a red MAGA hat in prison, with Marjorie Taylor Greene kneeling and holding his hands, sitting with him in prison. It says, for those of you who are not following CPAC, they built a jail and put an actor in it. He's pretending to be a punished January 6th attacker, and he's weeping. Marjorie Taylor Greene then made a grand entrance into the jail to offer maternal comfort and prayer to the actor. And I know you're a follower of Trevor Noah, Michael, so I'm sure you watched Trevor Noah's brain break over praying for somebody fictionally in jail. But the plot twist on this one that he also revealed, but my friend Ben also posted about, is that this guy actually was arrested in January 6th as an attacker, but he flipped on all those people who are actually in jail.
Jesus.
So this actor wept for purportedly hours in this cage. People threw money in there because that's how they show love. And
yeah.
And he wept, I guess, trying to act out, if only somebody could have done something or not done something to have kept them out of jail. Fucking snitch. You're a snitch. Wow.
No shit.
The things these people praise and their like twisted tribalism blow my mind every week. Moving on.
Wow.
In another piece of factual news that just makes me happy, friend of the show, Doug Henwood, says there is some justice in this world. Headline, Bloomberg, Domino's Pizza quits Italy after locals shun American pies. Yay! All right. In the wholesome round, sometimes we like to do things that are just fun.
Fuck them, dude. Our pizza's better. Listen, I've had both.
Yep. I
Our
have
pizza's
too.
better.
I have too, but you know what? I respect them, man. I don't want pizza to be the same everywhere I go. I want to try different foods, different places. I mean,
Yeah, Chicago style, Detroit style, New York style, agreed. My whole point is this. Good for Domino's. Fuck them. They don't like our shit. Fuck them. They can have their expensive wine and whatever. Give me the
USA.
diarrhea pizza.
USA.
Hey, no.
God bless America.
When I go to Italy, I would love it if I never see a single sign for McDonald's or Walmart or Costco or anything else that I recognize. I like looking at stuff and going, what the hell is that? That's half the fun of it. Anyway.
Well, when Italians come here, I hope they don't see any signs for Italy. Fuck them.
Oh my God. We liked pizza and Italian sausage so much, we made Columbus Day a holiday. Come on.
It was the genocide we liked.
I don't know. I think we just really like it for
Made it a bad thing.
I think we really like it for a screw up who's like, I know all the mathematicians and geographers say the earth is round and it's like twice as big, but I think it's half as big. And people were like, oh, all right. That's pretty stupid. The math doesn't work out, but go on.
We'll give you money.
Sure. Everybody was doing it. It was the 1600s, 1400s. Everybody was doing it. Moving on. Vellum and Vinyl publishes Tumblr user T-Boot said, just passed a group of teenage girls walking downtown wearing cargo pants and platform Crocs. Nature really is healing. And she says, I cannot stress enough that this is not a condemnation. This is genuine delight that young girls in my town have stopped dressing up like Kardashians and are finally just goofing around on summer break in comfortable shoes and funky graphic shirts. 15-year-olds should not be worried about having a thigh gap. They should be trying on SpongeBob bucket hats at the pier and drinking twice their weight in corn syrup like hummingbirds.
Like hummingbirds. That's cute.
No. Dude, we both have daughters, and nothing could make me happier. Really. I was just like,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Such a good image. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Wholesome round. Well, it finally happened. just as Abbott and Costello predicted. And here we see baseball player number 14, who, on first base. Took 70 years. If you don't get that, ask an adult.
Yeah.
Reposting. I sent this one to Jesse because he cuts a lot of peppers. It says, cutting bell peppers and adding googly eyes is bound to heal your soul a little. Give it a try. And we have a 4-panel here. And one of them, it's great. He's got googly eyes, and the seeds kind of look like snaggly teeth. And he looks like he's going, ooh. Then there's a red one that kind of looks like he's going, ooh. Then there's a yellow one that kind of looks like she's going, ah. And there's a red one that looks like going, oh.
I think those are the right screams.
Yeah, thank you.
You nailed that.
I practiced in the shower. This next one is.
How'd you see the picture?
This next one is a standard comic from GoComics.com, and we see the little bald mustached man from the game of Monopoly wearing the red, black and white striped jail costume, and the cops are there. One of them is on the phone holding a card, and it says, "We don't want to release him, but he has this card." Moving on. Oh man, I gotta post this one here. I'm not gonna get super into it, but this is just man. So there was this guy, and some mean girls posted a picture of this guy, and he was dancing. Says, spotted this specimen trying to dance the other week. He stopped when he saw us laugh, and you see him chin down to his chest, leaning against the wall, staring at the floor. So a bunch of people in LA started posting things saying, hey, anyone know who this man or who posted this? There's a huge group of ladies in LA who would like to do something special. And by the end of this thread, which you can find on my page, they had recruited Moby to DJ, and they had a whole party. And oh boy was free to dance with a bunch of non-judgmental, non-mean people. Jake Bradshaw posted, said, this is what life is all about. And I just got to say, I think I got allergies because my eyes are all watery right now.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh, moving on. 80s Tunes post this cringer. We see the DeLorean from Back to the Future, but it has crashed into a mammoth, and Marty is on the ground. It's actually pretty gross. There's like intestines coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot, actually.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Moving on. This next one is posted in Just Saying. And the smiley-faced icon all over the place says, I'm in a Walmart parking lot watching a woman who can't remember where she parked, and every time she holds her remote in the air, I honk my horn. Almost didn't share that one because it's a little mean, but I was like, that's kind of fun, though. Two drunk broads post this one. Waiter, anything to drink? 4-year-old. My mom needs a fucking margarita. So, yeah, they're always listening. This next one, I believe TD posted this one from Bob's Cozy Kitchen, says hamburger helper only works if the hamburger is ready to accept that it needs help. Got about 6 more left in this round. Chow Long No, and I've got to message her and ask her how she pronounces her name, but Chow Long No reposts this one from Bruce Cordell, Dino Comics, 4-panel. Dinosaur with beautiful rainbow flange says, time-traveling robot, what is it like in the future? And the robot says, humans eat your descendants, and shows a picture of a raw chicken. In the shape of you, it shows a picture of dino nuggets with the power they generate by burning your corpses. Cooking over a gas flame. I know! Oh! Yeah, that was a lot, too. You can see why I had to put it in the wholesome round. Can't let that stuff escape into the irreverent, dirty rounds. Moving on. Friend of the show, Dr. Kim Akimbo, posts pronouns in Bayou, who says the Chicago-style hot dog implies the existence of the MLA-style hot dog. And I almost went looking because it sounds delicious.
Fucking nerd.
Friend of the show, Dinatra, posts this 4-panel of Maud. I always called her Maud, and I know she's a golden girl, but Maud, 4-panel, saying, my 4 moods. I need coffee. Number 2, I need a nap. Number 3, I need a vacation. And 4, I need duct tape, a rope, and a shovel. It's like, that's a great list. I thought about just putting that on a sticky note just to have around, just because that is a great list. Duct tape, rope, shovel. Like it. I'd have thrown in shower curtain. Friend of the show, Jason Brown, says nursing homes in the future are going to be lit. Doctor, what's your problem? Man, it's my joints. Doc, they hurt? Man, no, I suck at rolling them. Nursing homes are indeed already lit. That is the word on the street. People can smell it from outside, Grandpa. 2 more in this. My inner 12-year-old will be giggling forever now that I know the Norwegian phrase for speed bump is farts humper. And we see from Meme Base. It makes your soul lighter. It's a sign, and it is indeed for speed bump. It just says farts humper 40. Well, farts humper. I never wanted to learn Norwegian so much as today. And my final for the wholesome round before handing it back to you, Michael, friend of the show, Jason Mustaine, says, not Waldo, not Waldo, not Waldo, not Waldo, not Waldo, not Waldo, not Waldo. Where's Waldo? The audiobook. Listen, miss it loses something.
I like it better.
Dang, it's shit on Waldo segment.
Fear of going out. Friend of the show, Fear of Going Out, has Surly Dan here saying, I'm at the age where I won't make eye contact with someone because they look like a talker.
Wait, hang on.
This is kind of...
I got to go back to that one just to tag on that. Do you remember the one that said, I always keep a loaded 35 in my nightstand because I am so awkward. If I ever have a burglar, I want to avoid meeting them.
Yeah. It's awesome. So, the FBI raided Donald Trump's home, as we talked about already on this show. This was Aaron Rupar, friend of the show, Aaron Rupar. I thought this was just a pretty important reminder from October 2016, where Mike Pence says, real Donald Trump and I commend the FBI for reopening an investigation into Clinton's personal email server because no one is above the law. Mike Pence 4 hours ago says, I share the deep concern of billions of Americans over the unprecedented search at the personal residence of President Trump. No former president of the United States has ever been subject to a raid of their personal residence in American history.
Well,
so,
we had an unprecedented... That's the funny thing. People keep saying it's unprecedented. Yeah, everything fucking Trump did was unprecedented.
Yeah, no shit. Now they care about decorum.
Yeah.
Now they care about decorum after he put the enemy of education as the Secretary of Education. Now decorum matters. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Mason Meninga, friend of the show, he says Bible college girls are like, marriage is so hard. Yeah, you married a 19-year-old evangelical boy.
Oh. I love it.
Tiffany Jana says, my brain, when I try to make it learn something that I'm not interested in, and you see that there's an error message that just says, could not copy files because no. Oh, man, Amelia says, at my last job, the manager told this girl her hair was too long and needed to tie it up. So the girl just took off her wig and handed it to the manager. I think about this day a lot.
Oh.
Adrienne Marie Brown, I'm glad she's in this show. Friend of the show. Thanks for everything. Love the cards and flowers. Says, I asked this lady, could I touch her hair? She said yes. So I ran my finger across her top lip, and that's how the fight got started.
Wow.
Important to be specific. Got about 3 more for this round. Dan Duvall says, so sad that kids today spend so much time online. When we were kids, we were always outside throwing rocks at one another, smoking, lighting small fires, stealing car hood ornaments, shoplifting, trying drugs. One time I drank gasoline. Oh, Salad Days has a scene from the movie It, the scary clown in the down in the storm drain, and the clown says, what's his clown's name? Pennywise?
Pennywise, yep.
Says, I have fish records down here. And the next 2 panels, you see they pour concrete down the storm drain and finish the concrete. Friend of the show, Salad Days. Anyway, that's the right take. Glow Fuck Yourself, back for round 2, has, it's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre back from like the mid 90s.
Okay.
Also, superimposed into this picture is young Macaulay Culkin. And where the album title would go, it says, "Ain't nothing but a bee-stinged baby." The My Girl reference.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy.
Wow. I feel like this is supposed to be more triggering.
My last meme for this round has a picture of some people, like an old-timey drawing of people doing a seance, and it says, "Zoom meetings are just modern seances. There's someone who wants to join us. Elizabeth, are you there? We can't hear you. Can you hear us?" Does feel like that sometimes. Back to you, Eric.
Oh my God, that's wild. All right, yes. Oh, where's my share button? There we go. Hey, how you doing? This one I thought was great from friend of the show, Carrie. You remember Carrie? She used to come to the pig shows all the time.
Of course.
He found one of the U of I's lesser-known contributions to society. We see tucked into a corner here somewhere is a framed Guinness World Record certificate. The largest smoothie contained 330 U.S. gallons and was prepared by the U of I Dining Services, Champaign, Illinois, August 19th, 2011. Guinness World Record, largest smoothie. Did you know that? I had no idea. So many things.
Never knew.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Harry Potter, the Boy Who Lived, posted this from our Harry Potter over there on the Reddits. And it is accidentally bought the Gen Z "How do you fellow kids" dialect version of Philosopher's Stone, and I'm dead. I shall proceed. The boy who wasn't unalived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Priver Drive liked flexing that they were very, very basic, thank you. To be honest, they were the last people you'd think would be sus, because they were all fax and no printer. Mr. Dursley was adulting at a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a dummy thick with 3 C's, man, with hardly any neck, although he had an absolute unit of a mustache. Mrs. Dursley was a total Karen with 0 chill and had hella neck, which came in very useful when she was stalking her neighbors and not minding her own. The Dursleys had a small son called Dudley, who they thought was the main character. The Dursleys were mostly thriving, but they also had low-key tea, which didn't pass the vibe check, and their greatest fear was to get called out and canceled. They were girl bossing too close to the sun and didn't think they could.
Oh my God.
I know. Oh, it hurts my jaw. I thought that whole thing was on fleek. Don't yeet me. Friend of the show, Steve Hofstetter, is having a posted conversation he's having with Mark. Says, Mark isn't coming to my Spokane shows tonight. He refuses to give money to me for goods and services, which he seems to think is communism. Mark says, I won't be wasting a single penny. You go see you commie Democrat. Steve Hofstetter replies, Mark, clown icon, but you have all that extra money you saved from not spending it on books. Oh, God. Moving on, my friend Benchelada sells t-shirts that say, fuck your negativity. And I think that's just, I just think everyone should have a little sticker like this laying around for your friends. You know, when they're like, wah, 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 and you're like, hey, fuck your negativity.
Damn right.
Oldie but a goodie here. It's a picture of the boss man dressed all in black leaning on his Lamborghini. And he says, my boss arrived at work in a brand new Lamborghini. And I said, wow, that's an amazing car. He replied, if you work hard and put all your hours in and strive for excellence, I'll get another one next year.
Yeah, no shit.
Keep working hard. In a somewhat related note, Bennett cares. I am Brian Bennett says, you treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. And the goat whom replies, come on, dude, I'm not going to guillotine the janitor. Which I thought was hilarious because neutral affiliate of the show, KDP, who shall remain at that name level, said, "Since when did respect and guillotining come to mean the same thing?" And I was like, 1792.
Yeah, it was right.
1742, when John Guillotine brought his miracle to the world. Friend of the show, Doug Henwood, making a lot of appearances this week because he is my favorite communist economist. And if you're not following Doug Henwood, you really should. It's amazing. Anyway, Nicola Peltz, he posts this headline: Nicola Peltz shares teary selfie and slams people who make her feel bad. And if you don't know who Nicola Peltz is, great. She's just some billionaire's kid who got a bunch of Hollywood jobs and people pretend has talent. So she got all teary because people make her feel bad. Doug posts, I have it on good authority that Nicola and her 7 siblings each had an individual nanny, and there were 3 layers of management between children and parents. So, yeah, feel bad. I don't care.
Yeah, no shit.
No, just say Paris Hilton has a teary selfie. It says people make her feel bad. Who cares? You do nothing. Die. You shouldn't exist. Friend of the show, Father Nathan Monk, making his second appearance in the show, repost Martha Kelly saying, "Sorry, but if we let people choose their own gender, then what's next? Something else that's none of my business and won't harm me in the slightest? I mean, where does it end?" Peggy Ann replies, "Human sacrifice, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria."
Right.
Got about half a dozen more in this round. This is from Superheroes, and it's titled "Worth a Shot." We have here a captured conversation between Deadpool and Batgirl. Deadpool says, "Hey, I heard your movie got canceled. That sucks." Batgirl says, "Thanks." "Hey, be careful on the internet," Deadpool says. "It's full of hackers. Clips of your movie could leak online, and it wouldn't be your fault." Winky emoji. Batgirl, "I guess." Deadpool replies, "That's what happened to me. When my movie was canceled, some footage was accidentally leaked, wink, wink, by hackers, wink, wink, and then my movie got uncanceled." Wink, wink. Oh man, Batgirl, that's just sad. I hope it makes it back out.
Yeah, me too.
This next one's from Workers' Party of Massachusetts. Friend of the show, Workers' Party of Massachusetts. You're not following Workers' Party of Massachusetts? You are missing out. They post a headline says, "Only 8 people have 50% of the world's wealth, but I might be one of those 8 people someday, so I don't think we should do anything about it." I captioned it, "Yeah, someday I might be rich, and then people like me better watch their step."
Exactly.
Stephen Fry put it best. And dude, honestly, it was hilarious. Later on in this thread, and any of you that are on my page, and I assume you're on my Facebook page, you should go. The conversation that unfolded below that was this guy says, "But that's not really true, because like Elon, he had to borrow the money to buy Twitter, man. Nobody has $40 billion in the bank." And I was like, oh man, thank you for educating us all on what wealthy means and what owning 50% of the world's wealth means. I guess if 50% of the world's wealth is not in your bank account, then we're all getting it wrong. And thank you for helping us to understand. What? I was like, what? Woo! Hey, let's just draw the definition of words somewhere where I like it, so it's not your definition, so I'm right.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Oh my God. And I'm like, why? Do you owe billionaires money or something? Why do you care? This next one is a shot of the 4 of my friends here at Nola's Rock Bar after the comedy show. And we see here Kristen and George and Chelsea, friends of the show, and Alice and me. And the reason we grouped together was because we were all wearing patterned shirts. Look at that. Everybody not in the picture is wearing like a black t-shirt or a white shirt. But we've got batik, we got stripes, we got George in a Hawaiian shirt. We got Chelsea all lit up like the sun. I got some 70s action going, and it was really great until the table collapsed.
Oh, shit.
Alice was all right. Alice was fine. And because she was fine, it was hilarious.
I can hear this picture, by the way. I can hear George going, "Oh shit!
Oh yeah, like 5 seconds after it happened. Exactly. That's
Oh
exactly
shit!
ooh.
Oh man, for real?"
Everything was fine. Alice was a champ. It was a great picture. Friend of the show, comedian Adam Burke is posting this one. Hey, a lot of male comics out here with hot takes like, how can Dane Cook date somebody 20 years his junior when she's not even a brand new open micer? And if you don't go to open mics, you might not understand exactly why that's funny.
Yeah.
But it's funny. 2 more left
Yeah.
this round. This one is not necessarily funny. But my friend Mike Ingram for Champaign County, and if you're not following Mike Ingram for Champaign County, how do you keep up on your local news? My God. Anyway, so this person, Sid Miller, who's a guy in a suit and tie and cowboy hat, posts, damn straight, boomers rule. And the meme is, no, I can't do Snapchat or TikTok, but I can write in cursive, do math without a calculator, and tell time on a clock without hands. And Mike Ingram's comment is, I just assumed this was a share from Breaking News, man invents fictional scenario and then gets angry about it. But you're serious.
No shit.
So I immediately sought out Breaking News, man invents fictional scenario and then gets angry about it, because I knew that there would always be a fresh crop of this crap all the time. And I was not disappointed. Last one here, posting in that group, is if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to go out and eat. So Cracker Barrel added the impossible plant-based sausage to their menu, and watching the breakdown in the comments of the people completely owning it versus the actual triggered boomers losing their minds over a new capitalist menu item that no one is forcing them to order is amazingly and basically an example of the state of the world right now. And the comments are rich. This guy posted sarcasm and it blew up. You can see here he's got 587 reactions, 35 replies, massive thread. Sam Kraft sarcastically posted, all caps, I can't believe this garbage! 3 exclamation points. I ordered the build your own breakfast with sausage patties and my server, quote, accidentally puts this impossible sausage crap on my plate instead. And I didn't think to tell me until I had eaten the whole thing! 2 exclamation points. Now I've been going around all day demanding universal health care and respecting people's chosen pronouns. I demand a refund!
My God.
And the thing is that you already know this without reading it, but half of the comments on there didn't grasp that that's sarcasm, didn't have the attention span to get all the way to the end and
Right.
figure out it's a joke.
Well, here's the thing about Cracker Barrel. It is the holy land of the white boomer.
I love me some Cracker Barrel.
Not as much as my new shirt. My new shirt says, I got pegged at Cracker Barrel, old country store. And then there's a picture of the little pegboard game.
Oh my God. I thought it was a Dorito chip and I took an entirely different meaning.
This is a perfect, this is an absolutely perfect gift for your dad who just got triggered by Cracker Barrel offering a plant-based burger. Why not make old dad feel better and remind him of the good old days of getting pegged at Cracker Barrel, an old country store. This just says, it says white background with black font. It says, I hate when motherfuckers say shit like it's 9:15. Bitch, just say it's 8:75. Goddamn, y'all stupid. This is a picture of a big old truck pulling a boat, and across the back winch, it's a truck on a lift kit. I mean, it's a very big truck pulling a boat, and across the back windshield in big orange letters, it says, show me that butthole. Listen, I highly doubt if I agree with this guy's politics, but I don't know, and I like his swagger. This is a picture of another T-shirt. A lot of T-shirts this round. I don't know what I'm up to. And it's like a creepy looking skull, and it says, born to shit, forced to wife.
Oh. Wow.
Okay. This is a picture of a like cupcake tin and like a measuring cup and then the mixing bowl, and in every one of these cupcake holes and the measuring cup and in the mixing bowl there's a hedgehog.
Ah!
Some of the hedgehogs are being really
Whoa.
still, some of them seem to be crawling around.
That's-
Very popular in my house where we own a hedgehog named Potato.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
It says the one, yeah, we have a hedgehog named Potato. The one on the bottom right is trying really hard to be a good cupcake. And you look at the bottom right, and it really is. It's perfectly still being a good cupcake. I will tell you from experience that when they're rolled up that tight, it means that they're very angry. It's a very angry hedgehog. Which hedgehogs also, you wouldn't think this, but they're mad most of the time.
Really?
They're like the grumpiest fucking animal. Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I don't know why I wouldn't have thought that. Your back is made of spikes and needles.
Right.
Like, I should have just assumed you're a dick. But yeah, I don't know why I thought they would be cute. Like, they are cute to look at. They're not cute to interact with. Go Fuck Yourself is back. And this is a picture of a woman sitting on a beach. She has a very big round caboose, and she's wearing a bikini. Her head has been replaced by E.T.,
Oh.
and it says ET in the bottom corner, and then we see that ET stands for extra thick, spelled with 2 C's. The only thing I want to tell you about this is that my daughter had a birthday over the weekend, and I was sending a bunch of pictures to my parents from my daughter's birthday party, and right before I hit send, I just had this like premonition, like selected one too many pictures. And this is the picture that I almost sent to my mother. Like,
Oh my gosh.
how would I ever explain this? All right, I have 3 more for this round. This is a picture of SpongeBob, but it's like SpongeBob who has a grill and a diamond ring and a bandana tied on his head, and baggy pants, and he's in his work boots. And it says, I ain't touching no grass. That's where ants do sex.
Ah.
I actually saved this one just on the off chance that George would be here. This is a George meme for sure.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Second to last. My second to last meme for the second to last round. This is the penultimate. Penultimate. Something.
Sure.
Mastiff at SDCC, which is, the handle is at M4Stiff. Mastiff. Listen, this is a picture of a woman in a dominatrix outfit with a Jar Jar Binks helmet. What would you call that? Mask? Full mask though, like latex mask.
It's a disturbing combo.
So it's Jar Jar Binks as a dominatrix, and it says, "Misa heard you've been very bad boy." Last one for this round. Memes to discuss in therapy. We have Andy Richter here. Andy Richter, friend of the show, Andy Richter. Although, as good of a friend of the show as he is, we do love you, Andy. Can't wait to see it next weekend. But I think this is his first appearance on the show. Andy Richter says, just finished a session with my therapist in which he said, quote, I often have to monitor myself when you're talking to make sure that I'm not just being entertained, but that I'm continuing to empathize, end quote. In other words, the kid still got it. And Andy follows that up with, the it is depression, by the way. Still got depression. Going strong.
Nice.
All right, Eric, let's see what you got for round 3.
Round 3. I can't believe we're already at round 3. It's just flying by.
It is. Time flies when you're doing a meme show.
I know, it's true.
Tale as old as time.
I want to start off here with again, just a truthful, actual, factual headline. Ancient aliens theory posts this picture of a female mummy. It says, female mummies in ancient Egypt were always more decomposed than their male counterparts. They discovered that this was because male bodies were embalmed a lot sooner than female bodies. Female bodies were kept at the family home until they started to decompose in order to avoid necrophilia at the embalmers.
Okay.
Now,
Jesus.
I know, and I was really wishing that Kristen was on because Kristen works at the mortuary, and she made her own meme one time. It was like, "Is there life, or you think there's sex after death?" And she said, "Depends on who your embalmer is."
Come on.
I thought for our meme show at some point we should probably do a little more in depth about actual memes and their history. One of my favorites that you see used all the time as what's called an exploitable is the "Hey little man, how's it going? Yeah." So it only came up July 23rd, 2018. Comic artist My Silly Comics posted a 4-panel. Got a guy talking to a baby, says, "Hey little man, how's it going?" The baby says, "Gobble, gobble, 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 gobble." And then the 3rd panel, he just sort of looks at him. And then the 4th panel, he goes, "Yeah." And it went around. It did the Reddits and whatnots. And it's been redone a whole bunch of times in a whole bunch of silly ways. But this week, I think it probably hit its absolute its peak. Because this 4-panel from a true conversationalist says, "Hey, capitalism, how's it going?" Instead of the baby, it's a little world there. And Business Insider article in the 2nd panel says, 9 body parts you can sell for profit. 3rd panel, just staring. 4th panel, Jesus Christ.
No kidding. Wow.
Oh, woo! Kind of hits you in the wallet, doesn't it?
Do you have a list of those parts?
I bet if you Google 9 body parts you can sell for profit, you can do that. But I would be looking for some articles that are like how to sell your kidney and still use it too. You want to sell it, like you want to sell an option on it or something like. There's got to be a way to. There's got to be like some kind of Wall Street way to do it. But anyway, yeah. So there's a little bit of your history there. Hey, little guy, the meme. This next one, I believe, was posted by Michael Mathews. It's a 2-panel. We have a woman whispering into a guy's ear. She says, "I want to feel you inside of me." And then in the 2nd panel, we see his finger going up her nose.
That's awesome.
You got her eyes closed, too, like, I don't know, man. People are into all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah,
this next one, posted by friend of the show, Lex, is a 2-panel from Anime. And she's captioned it, "When they ask me why I train my glutes, this is why." And we see a man with a samurai sword fighting a woman who's like a mid-flip, and she catches the sword between her ass cheeks. In the 2nd panel, she snapped it.
Jesus.
Lex, "When they ask me why I train my glutes, this is why." Okay,
Just to be ready.
Just ready. You're ready. It's like, yeah. Woo! Friend of the show, Aaron Gupta. First appearance by Aaron Gupta. If you're not following Aaron Gupta, you really should. I'm not kidding. He said he's posting one of these by age 30. And I don't know if you've seen these memes going around, but by age 30, you should have this, you should have that. He says, "By age 30, you should have killed a mastodon single-handedly, paddled across the Indian Ocean in a dugout canoe, spawned a sublineage of humanity that went extinct, and have been immortalized in a cave painting in Lascaux before dying of scabies and having your skull excavated eons later, only to wind up for sale in a Sedona flea market for $3.99. That's so tight. By the way, Aaron Gupta is a political reporter, but that I thought was pretty good. Friend of the show, Dinatra, making a 2nd appearance with this 3-liner. "We wanted to be adults so bad. Now look at us. Just fucking look."
Damn.
I know, right? This next one's pretty funny. Friend of the show, Steve Masek, is at BWI Airport, creepiest airport ad ever, and we see it is from the National Security Agency. 2 smiling people, and with great big smile, "Where intelligence goes to work. Come and start your NSA journey." And,
Nice.
Mickey Huff of Project Censored and a whole bunch of other journalists are in there, media critics. But I just got in there and I just said ... I just got creeped out and had the thought that I didn't want the NSA to see me not liking this post about their ad.
You didn't like our meme.
Put that guy on a list.
Exactly.
All right, 4 more to the post with the most. Friend of the show, Matt Alano Martin. And Matt Alano Martin, keep putting out those CDs. I'm enjoying your last one. Funny stuff. He posts, "Language evolves, and I'm just here to do my part." And he's reposted himself, saying, "Comics. Instead of saying your friend is killing, crushing, destroying on stage, say they're strutting and nutting up there." And One of his friends who's an attorney, Erica, says, "Can I also be strutting and nutting in court?" And he says, "No, you got to be boot scooting and prosecuting."
Boot scooting and prosecuting.
This next one from my friend Aaron Smith says, "For the edgelord who can't commit to just one pop culture personality for his profile pic." And it's a picture of a restaurant just filled with all kinds of anti-heroes. He goes, "The Punisher must be in the bathroom because we've got two different Jokers. We've got the central character from The Godfather. We've got the central character from Narcos. If you look at it really from far away, it looks like George from Seinfeld, but no, that's actually the guy from Tony from The Sopranos and somebody else in the background. That was probably way too visual of a joke for this, but damn, look at this." It's
actually a great fucking picture. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of work.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders.
Oh, is he the Peaky Blinders guy in the movie scenes chair? Okay.
Yeah, and then that's the guy next to him, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
I don't know who's to the left though.
Oh, this over here at the left is from Godfather. That's Al Pacino. Or sorry, that's oh God, I don't even know. And this other one is from Scarface. Two Jokers, Scarface, Godfather, Peaky Blinders, Narcos, Tony Soprano, and somebody in the very back, probably Breaking Bad, but it's hard to tell. Anyway.
Definitely Breaking Bad. Yep. Yeah. Bryan Cranston.
Sitting around a
they
table.
made Tony Soprano look like George Costanza though.
Exactly. He looks like George Costanza, and it looks like one of the characters from Cheers mopping up in the background. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Right.
Well, that's all right. All right, two more, and then we are out of this for round three. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank. George, we miss you. Repost Jonathan Demon saying, "Yo, for real." And this one just says, "Can a neurotypical person please explain their definition of a reason versus an excuse? Because I am genuinely confused. When asked, why did you do it this way? I'm going to explain my process to you because you ask. But as I start talking, you go, I don't want your excuses."
Yeah.
I might be neurotypical myself because, I need a neurotypical person to explain that to me as well.
Yeah.
I think next time somebody says that to me, I'm going to say, how do you mean? I guess I'm going to close out with this one for round three. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. If you're not following Corey Showtime Robinson, you are missing out. Says, "Her. So what did you think of Beyonce's new album?" "Me. I'm a grown-ass man, dog."
Perfect. All right.
I told him too. I was like, "Corey, I'm appropriating this."
Yeah.
I'm appropriating this answer.
All right, here we go.
Post
with the most. Final round. This week, my post with the most was this picture. And it says, "I just learned that the UK edition of Dollar Tree is this, and I'm not sure I'll ever recover." See, they don't have a dollar in Great Britain. Eric, what do they have?
They have pounds sterling.
They have pounds. That's right. So they wouldn't have a Dollar Tree. That wouldn't make any sense. This is a picture of Pound Town. Running down to the Pound Town for the second time today.
That's where your pound goes further. That's where you can stretch a pound out.
Yeah, it's a much bigger store. That's right.
Spend my whole afternoon stretching out a pound. All right, and for my post with the most, I actually had a bit of a tie here, and I have to share this one. I am still feeling it that you said I can't count, and you are right, Michael. This one, posted by my friend Chuck, and I just reposted it as a rare, super rare, 100% accurate post found on Facebook. It is labeled Midwest Family Taco Night. And it's in quotes, "Grab a shell, everybody gets to build their own." And there's the shells, there's some Old El Paso tortillas. Then we've got some General Mills taco spice plus some hamburger. That equals taco meat. Got some chopped tomatoes. We got some chopped onions. We got some Daisy sour cream. We've got the taco sauce from Old El Paso. It says, "Watch out, this stuff is spicy." Got the Mexican cheese from Kraft and the olives labeled always on the table but never used. And middle class fancy posted, "Don't forget the iceberg, Nance." And I was just like, seriously, no lies detected. I cannot add nor subtract anything from this illustration. This is
Yeah.
Midwestern family taco night. And I was just like, honestly, guys, search your memory. When's the last time you saw anything 100% accurate on
Yeah.
Facebook?
Don't forget the iceberg is really like the iceberg fucking
Yeah.
chopped up into strips. Yeah.
That's it. And of course, 80% of the people that commented on my feed were Midwestern and said, man, I'm going to make this tonight.
Yeah. Got all this stuff in the kitchen.
I got a whole formula and like, I don't have a better idea. But in actuality, my number one post with the most, and I can do that now because I got these fun professional tools, and I can like go down here and I can go, well, how many got engagement and what got this and what got that, and it was this post labeled "It's Been Said" that reached 1,258 people and got 314 engagements. It's a picture of Jon Stewart hugging a vet, and it says, "You can use your celebrity for good." And then we got a picture of Alex Jones and MTG at InfoWars, and it says, or you can be Alex Jones.
Yeah.
You
No
can use
shit.
your celebrity for good, or you can be Alex Jones. And yeah,
There is no in between.
no. And 44 people reacted to that and agreed, and there was lots of commentary and lots of shares. And man, just watching $49 million flow out of that guy's bank accounts, I was like, good, just all of it. Drain it. Drain every last cent. I want him in debt. I want him with negative net worth. I want him unemployable. I want him just, there's a scene, and I've talked about it. There's a documentary about the guy who made Boondock Saints. You ever seen this thing? You guys know the movie Boondock Saints? Dude,
Of course.
the documentary. Have you seen the documentary on the making of it?
I don't
Unbelievable.
think so.
The guy goes from writing a script to making a movie to working with, Willem Dafoe and movie stars in Hollywood and stuff. His head explodes. They're going to make a whole franchise. They're going to have a band. They're going to the top 40. They're going to be playing the Emmys. They're going to have their own amusement park. I mean, the man's head swells. He's going to take over Hollywood. And then it collapses. There is no sequel to Boondock Saints. And the very last scene is him working the door at a bar, and he lets somebody in after checking their ID, and he's just smoking a cigarette, like leaning up against the thing and just staring at the ground all alone. And I'm like, I want Alex Jones doing that job. That's what I want. I want him.
Right.
Like, I want you smoking a cigarette all alone, so broke you're thinking about taking it in the face for cake.
I'll say they did end up making a sequel to Boondock Saints, but it was like over 10 years after.
Oh.
And yeah, it was really, really like widely understood that the reason it took 10 years was because that guy was such a dick. This is the thing I always say about, I'm an anarchist, man, and I'm against prisons. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I'm against prisons all the time. I mean, really. I will say this. When people ask me what I want for Donald Trump, do I wish him dead? Do I wish him, I don't know, illness or tortured or whatever, imprisoned? I always tell them what I really want for Donald Trump is for him to be as rich and famous as me. Like, that's what I want, really what I want from him. And I really think he would hate that more than being killed. Like, I think it is a fate worse than death for Donald Trump to be poor and obscure.
Dude.
Like, and I'm not wishing anything evil on him. I have a great life. You could just be me. You could be just like me.
I want him working in food service in the prison. I want him with a hairnet and a manager who doesn't like him.
Right. Yeah.
Who gives him the job in the hot part of the kitchen where it's 135 and the ventilation sucks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then no matter what it is, gets yelled at for it and then gets knocked out of his hand and clean that shit up. All of it.
I'm just saying that you just described like me working as a day shift bartender at Buffalo Wild Wings in a suburb of Nashville. Like it's not that different. Like
No.
I'm really just saying like you could just have my life, and it would, for a guy who shits in a golden toilet with his little fucking notes, like same thing. He can't, like, I just would love for him to just to just have to live as a normal poor American.
Oh, just the idea of that germophobic bastard being in a prison, that makes me so happy. Just you know, like just daintily trying to get around,
God, yeah.
Just trying not.
I'm not
to
going to make fun of it. Listen, the one thing I'm not going to make fun of Donald Trump for being is a germaphobe. I get it. I really get that. That's like the one thing he and I agree on. Yeah, everything is gross. He's right about
I
that.
mean, read a book and get a hierarchy of a prioritization about how to eliminate the germs. Because he said one time that he liked to get food from fast food restaurants because they were cleaner. And it was like,
okay,
you have zero idea.
Okay, no, never mind.
I know.
Never
It was
mind.
like,
we don't even agree about the germs. You're.
I was like, so God knows what kind. You remember he was trying to like shoot bleach and sunshine up his ass or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I do remember that.
He's like, are we exploring technology for how to put the sun in my ass? Just, can we put it?
Well, he tried when he looked at the sun during a solar eclipse. Just walks out, looks right at it, because of course he did.
Dude,
Fucking hell.
There was a meme going around back when he said that, and it showed like fiber optics going like an IV, but it was glowing fiber optics. And it was fake. I mean, I don't even know what it was, but it was obviously fake. And then people tacked on headlines. No, they're doing a treatment where they actually can figure out how to put sunlight into the bloodstream. I'm going, no, they haven't. Somebody just typed that onto a picture from a sci-fi movie, and your little optimistic, confirmation bias brain made that story.
Wow. We should probably end this show, Eric.
Oh, God. Well, we'll cut it off earlier. Give me your ending thing there.
Okay.
That was an episode of Facebook for the Blind for August 9th, 2022.
Love you, George. Woo.
I will. We did it, everybody. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.